Welcome. Today we're diving deep into the secret Torah, the secret teachings. And at their very core is this radical idea that the blueprint of the entire cosmos isn't just out there somewhere in space. Nope. It's engraved, letter by letter, force by force, right into your body. Okay, let's get into this. The Zohar, which is really the foundational text of all this, it doesn't start with some big statement. It starts with a concealment. A secret within a secret was established. And look, this is not just some pretty poetry. It's telling us the core operating principle of reality itself. It means that everything we see, everything we touch, it's just the outermost layer of a system built on these profound, nested mysteries. So to really understand who we are, we have to peel back these layers, starting with the most primordial secret of all. Before there was time, before there was space, the mystics talk about this state of pure potential. They call it Zohar, a concealed radiance. I want you to try and imagine a light that's so infinite it's actually invisible. It's a pure, formless energy with no beginning and no end. They call it the Ein Sof, literally, the endless. This isn't just light, though. It's the potential for everything that could ever exist, all held in this state of total concealment. It's the ultimate secret, and it's the one from which all other secrets are born. And this brings us to the biggest question of all, the one that connects the cosmic to the personal. How does that infinite, formless, hidden radiance become this? How does it become the finite, structured, incredibly complex reality of a human being? How does the completely unknowable become well-known? The answer, it turns out, is a process of divine engineering of the absolute highest order. So how does this unbelievable transformation actually happen? Well, that infinite light isn't just some chaotic explosion. It is meticulously structured. It's organized by what the mystics call the divine names. These are the encryption keys of reality itself. Now, when we talk about divine names, or Shemot, you've got to throw out the whole idea of them just being labels, like calling someone Bob or Jane. Think of them instead as active, creative principles. They're the fundamental forces, the actual algorithms of existence. They're the verbs of creation, not the nouns. They would take that formless, infinite light and literally engrave its essence into stable patterns, creating everything, physics, biology, even consciousness. And right at the heart of this whole system, you've got two primary names, YHVH and ADNI. YHVH, that's the transcendent, infinite flow of divine energy. It's pure, uncontained light. And then you have ADNI. ADNI is the vessel, the structure that contains, shapes, and actually manifests that flow right here in our world. So you could say YHVH is the light, and ADNI is the lamp that holds the light and makes it visible to us. To put it in a modern way, think of it like this. Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh is the infinite, underlying source code of reality. It's the complex program that dictates every single potential. Adni, then, is like the user interface or maybe even the physical hardware. It's the machine that you can actually interact with to run that infinite code. See, without the vessel of Adni, the source code of Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh would just stay as a potential. It would never be executed. But together they create a functioning reality. So, these divine forces, these names, they don't just operate randomly, not at all. They are organized into this incredibly coherent, stable, and perfectly balanced architecture. This is the divine blueprint, the grand design that makes sure the whole cosmos can function without just collapsing under the weight of all that infinite energy. And this divine architecture, it's all built upon a system of 10. 10 fundamental emanations, 10 channels for that divine energy to flow through, 10 modes of expression. You've probably heard of them. They're known as the Sefirots. Each Sefirot is a unique attribute, a unique power, and each one is tied to a specific divine name that acts as its power source and its defining principle. This is the foundational schematic for all of creation. So the whole process kicks off with concealment, that pure, undifferentiated potential of the Ein Sof we talked about. Then comes emanation, as that infinite light starts to flow through those 10 structured channels, the Sefirot. But here's the crucial next step, unification. This is where that transcendent light force of YHVH gets perfectly integrated with the immanent vessel principle of ADNI. And that leads to the final step, stabilization, which forms a balanced, harmonious system that can actually express infinite energy in a finite role. And this stabilized system, this perfect configuration, is like a divine ark, an Aaron. Yeah, just like the biblical Ark of the Covenant. It's a piece of sacred technology, a perfectly designed structure that holds the fundamental laws of reality, the covenant, or Brit.
Its whole job is to create a safe and stable interface between the infinite and the finite, channeling this immense divine energy into our reality without completely shattering the vessel that was designed to hold it.
Okay, and here it is. This is the most incredible part. We've been talking on this huge cosmic scale, right? Divine blueprints, the architecture of reality. But the deepest secret of all is this. That grand cosmic architecture, that divine arc, is perfectly mirrored, component for component, inside the human body. The macrocosm is literally encoded into the microcosm, into you.
It turns out these Sefirot, these big cosmic channels, they correspond directly to your body. So chesed, or loving kindness, that's your right arm. Gevuda, or discipline, that's your left arm. Tiferet, harmony, that's your torso, your core that balances and integrates everything. Netzek and Hod, endurance and glory, those are your legs. Yesod, the foundation, well, that's the procreative life force. And finally, Malkut, the kingdom, that's your total physical body and your power of speech. We are, quite literally, built in the image of this divine pattern. Let's put this in gamer mode for a second. Think about it. Your body isn't just flesh and bone. Your right arm has an inherent kindness rune, practically glowing inside it. Your left arm has a discipline rune. Your core has a harmony rune. These are latent spiritual technologies, inherent powers built into your very being, and they're just waiting for you to consciously activate them and level them up. Or, okay, let's switch to engineer mode. Your human body is the biological hardware. The divine names and the energies of the Sefirot, that's the firmware. It's the essential, low-level code that's written directly onto the hardware that allows the entire system to even function. It's the operating system that connects our physical form to the cosmic network, and it's written right into our very DNA. So you have to ask, what is the ultimate purpose of this incredibly intricate system? I mean, why go to all the trouble of encoding the entire cosmos into the human form? Well, the answer really brings everything we've talked about together, and it reveals the profound potential of just being human. It's all about becoming a living covenant, about realizing the arc that exists inside each and every one of us. The ultimate goal of this entire cosmic process, from that first concealed radiance all the way down to the engraving of our own limbs, is just one thing: unification. The whole purpose is to create a vessel, the human being, where the infinite and the finite, spirit and matter, can be perfectly and consciously brought back together, to become the place where heaven and earth finally meet. And look, the Zohar just says it outright. The Holy One, blessed be He, created within man Yod He Vav He, which is His holy name. It doesn't say the name was placed on man or near man. It was placed within man. The source code of all creation is the essential spiritual DNA of every single human being. So why does any of this ancient wisdom matter to you today? Because it completely reframes who and what you are. You're not some random accident of biology. You are a living microcosm of the entire cosmic pattern. Your arms and legs aren't just for moving around. They are channels for specific divine energies. Your body isn't a prison. It is a sacred vessel designed from the ground up to contain and express infinite light. You are a living, breathing arc. Just let that sink in for a minute. You are not some tiny creature living in a vast universe. You are the entire universe, in all of its divine complexity and architecture, living in a human arc. The whole pattern, all the potential, the entire code, it is all engraved right inside you. And that leaves us with one final and really important question. If your body is the hardware, this perfected piece of biological technology, and the divine names are the firmware, the unchangeable operating system that's written into your very being, then your consciousness, your free will, that's the software. So the question is, with this divine machine, your command, what program are you choosing to run? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardis. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.